What's going on, guys? Hey, how are you? Repeat with you. It is another Monday night. That means it's time for another great race from the first season of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. And tonight, it's live from the Monster Mile. That's right, we're talking about Dover International Raceway, or now Dover Raceway here in Dover, Delaware. Boys and girls about ready to come out here and get qualifying. Looks like the first one we're going to be able to catch up is the 8-Day Chaser Camaro for the one and only Maurice Burnett. Zim, I see you out there in chat saying, let's go! Absolutely, let's go, let's go, let's go. It's going to be one hell of a race. Got a lot of laps on store for everybody tonight. Maze Ninja, thank you very much for the follow, and welcome to Shake and Bake, the Cup Series. It's gonna be a great race. Got about 30 to 35 cars that are gonna be on track tonight. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Very loose track, as you just saw the 8 almost get a little squirrely right there. The track temp was over 90 degrees already. Interruption Gaming, thank you very much for the follow as well. Definitely appreciate it. And again, also welcome to Shake and Bake. There's gonna be a lot of guys. I got the fastest times up on the scoring pylon on the left hand side so far. The one and only Tyler Dohar is going to be fastest with and just as I say that, Sean Hook goes ahead and takes the fastest time in his 24 Raptor Camaro. Good for him, moving Tyler Dohar back to P2. Eliza Bethel P3, Frank Warner P4, Maurice Burnett P number 5. And on Frozen's second lap, she goes ahead and moves it up to the pole. Displaced just now by Frank Warner with the fastest time on track right now with a 22:91. So, let's see. Jesus says, much love from Eastern Media GG. Definitely appreciate that. You guys have absolutely shown a lot of love, and it is very much appreciated. Tyler Myers in this number 4 Dr. Pepper Toyota. Looks like he is about done with his lap. Let's go on over. It looks like we're going to be able to pick up with the 50 of John Honeycutt in this Melody Woodworks Camaro. It's JJ Jack says, let's go, EMGG. Absolutely. It looks like he is done. Nate Mon now in this number 22 Sundrop Camaro. Also, in case y'all didn't catch it, Dale Jr. said he would actually run a Sundrop Camaro at North Wilkesboro when they go to take care of the last few races that are going to be there on asphalt before it gets tore up. So we'll have to see if they're able to take that back in time, just like that track, to where Dale Jr. can run a Sundrop car on that track before it's ripped up, and again before it's paved back over. But right now, keeping it up with Francis Hamilton in this number 48 Hennessy Camaro, and it looks like he got a little loose under throttle. Let's check up with the 31 Virginia Tech Camaro for the one and only Jimmy Cocker. Again, our Daytona winner. I tweeted out the point standings as well as the top 10 and where they've been, or top 10 performers so far in this season. You go on over to Twitter land, look me up, just same as it is on here. Repeat 1975. Feel free to like and share. Looks like he is done. Jimmy Cocker is also done. Tom Flitcroft, an old Tom Flitty in this number 12 Good Wrench Service Camaro. Looks like he's coming to his slow down lap. Matt O'Brien right now is the guy on top of the boards, with Frank Warner and Brendan Book rounding out your top 3. 23 of Jose Ruiz. I was watching him earlier in practice, absolutely wrapping that bottom line. If he can do that all race long and not wear out that right front, Jose Ruiz could have a phenomenal race. In case you guys have never ran at Dover Motor Speedway before, this place is like a roller coaster. When they go down into turns 1 and 2, as well as 3 and 4, there is actually a big downhill before the banking catches them and helps them wrap the track. But man, it's very elevated here, and the straightaways, they are pretty much straight. I'll pull up the track map for you a little bit later to show you just how much. But with the banking, this is what's called a self-cleaning track. Any wrecks that happen on the front stretch, the back stretch, or the corners generally end up close to the inside wall because they just slide down the track when they come to a standstill. How about this number 24 Raptor Camaro for PJ O'Leary, as it looks like he is done, and qualifying looks like, yep, it is done. So everybody's now going to have about a 3-second warm-up to go on out and grab maybe a couple more laps to figure out exactly what it's going to be like. See if maybe they can get a couple of cars to go with them and see what the track conditions are like some more, just like they did in practice. Let's go ahead and actually show you what we're going to be dealing with tonight. Let's clear all this out here and show you the race info. Again, about 69-degree track temp, so it's actually come down with the slight cloud cover that we're seeing, and about a 90-degree track temp. So yeah, 90-degree track temp, 69, I think that says it could be a 64-degree track temp, but a lot of laps on store for tonight. Race number 7 for the Shake and Bake Cup Series in their very, very first, or their inaugural season. Over on Xbox, they got about a good 4 or 5 seasons under their belt. This is the first one ever on iRacing, and I think they've done a pretty phenomenal job so far. All right, let's go ahead and clear that away and bring back our scoring tower one more time so you guys can see who's going to be fastest in this warm-up lap. And at the same time, I'll go ahead and bring up their practice times so y'all can see exactly how they looked in practice. In practice, the man that was on the top of the board was going to be none other than Brandon Book in his number 42 Target machine. Sean Hook, P2. Matt O'Brien, P3. John Honeycutt, P4. Frank Warner, P5. Hunter Johnson, P6 in that 32. Jose Ruiz, I talked about him wrapping that bottom throughout the practice earlier, and we'll have to see how he lines up in qualifying here in just a moment. We'll be able to go back through that. Brody Falliker, P number 8. Ryan Crooks in that 25, P number 9. Tyler Dohart to round out the top 10 in that 77 filter time machine. 11th is going to be Brian Pizzakemi. 12th, Andrew Sanford. 13th, PJ O'Leary. 14th, Todd Flitcroft. 15th is going to be Jimmy Cocker in his Virginia Tech number 31. Jordan McGraw in that 34 Sega machine. 17th is going to be Francis Hamilton in that 48 Hennessy machine we saw get a loose under qualifying, and then Eliza Bethal rounding out your top 18. That is all said and done, so let's go ahead and bring up our qualifying grid now. Show you exactly how they stand and where they're going to line up. So it's going to be Hunter Johnson, Matt O'Brien, on the front row. Frank Warner and Brendan Book, second row. Eliza Bethal, great starting spot for her with Tyler Dohar, third row. Fourth row is going to be Ryan McCall and PJ O'Leary. Fifth row is going to be Brody Falliker and Tyler Myers. And then to round out your top 12, it's going to be Jimmy Cocker and Sean Cook. Sean Hook rather. Let's go ahead and get up here. These guys are going to be getting ready to head off pit road. As you see them all there, paced behind parked right now behind the pace car just before they get to pull away. Let's go through some more of this lineup. Andrew Sanford, P13. David Houck, P14. Jose Ruiz, there he is in P15 with John Osborne starting P16. That's going to complete your 8th row. 9th row, John Honeycutt in 17th with Joshua Small, with Francis Hamilton, and then Nathan Mon. That's your top 10 rows. Tom Flitcroft, Maurice Burnett, Oscar Henson, and Sean Blanchard to round out your top 24. Beyond that, we got Jordan McGraw, James Holzer, Ryan Crooks, Micah Allard, Bryant Huntley, Andrew Zappi, Brian Pizzakemi, Philip Bridgman, Austin Moore, Jacob Palmer, and Dylan Robb to go ahead and fill out our 35 car field. Congratulations again to Hunter Johnson on that pole. Very, very that's a hell of a lap for him to be able to put down with this strength of field. Looking forward to a great race. We're going to have a lot of great camera angles for you. You see the pace car just now pulling off down the pit road. Everybody's hanging onto the banking, getting closed up as much as they can. We are about ready to get going. Seng Mao says, wrapping that bottom. Yeah, buddy, I get you. 32, hard on the throttle, 20, Cloud9 machine to his outside. Looks like he's going to go ahead and choose that high line. We're away. Yellow flag is out. Looks like it's going to have something to do with Jacob Palmer and Brian Pizzichemi. Let's go ahead and pull up our information. I wanted to try to get a full lap in before we did that, but let's go back and find out what happened. All right, let's see. He's on the outside, kind of all by himself. Got the 28 to his inside. Oh, they just didn't go, and he tried to pull low. I guess maybe he thought he saw that one car on the bottom. Just nowhere to go. These things do not stop on a dime. Very, very unfortunate. Also collected Brian Pizzichemi as well. He used the 28 on the inside, and Palmer just had nowhere to go. Very unfortunate. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it back live. You can bet your bottom dollar nobody's going to come on down pit road. And Hunter Johnson is going to be able to keep the lead. Again, maybe Jacob Palmer or Brian Pizzichemi will come down pit road, but I would imagine that would probably be it. Nobody else at all. All right, so Hunter Johnson in that number 32. Let's see if we can't find him and have a quick word. He's over there in Output Racing. So let's take a look. Mr. Johnson, it is Repeat up in the booth with a big old cast out there in chat. How you doing in that 32 tonight, sir?
Good. How are you doing?
I am all right. Had a little bit of an issue in the back. Some guys checked up on the high side. Brian Palmer had nowhere to go, collected Jacob Palmer had nowhere to go, collected Brian Pizzichemi, and that is the reason for caution number 1. How you feeling about that hot rod tonight? You think you got what it takes to hold the field at bay?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Done a good bit of practice, felt pretty good in the long run, so hopefully we can get a long run and we can really see what this field got.
Well, I definitely, as always, everybody that I pull to the booth, I wish them all kinds of luck. I'm liking this Denver mattress, maybe Martin Truex Jr. kind of throwback. Looking pretty good with Air Jordan on the hood.
Thank you, sir. Ran it for the Darlington weekend and figured I'd run it here too. Why not?
Well, man, I will go ahead and get you back with your Output Racing guys. Good luck again tonight. Go get them. We'll keep an eye on you.
Thank you, sir. Enjoy the show.
I always do. Appreciate you. So let's go ahead and get him back to his Output Racing teammates. And again, that is Hunter Johnson from Output Racing driving this number 32 Denver mattress. Looks like Toyota Camry out here on track. Almost said Supra, thinking we were in the Xfinity cars. But good luck to him. Let's go ahead and bring our ticker back up and get ready to go back. Green flag racing. It looks like, let's see if we can actually get a shot at the pace car here. Lights on the pace car are still up, so they're gonna go one more lap. So Matt O'Brien, he didn't lose any spots. In fact, he gained a spot. No, he actually started on the outside. Frank Warner, Brendan Book, Eliza Bethal, and Tyler Dohar. All these cars right now are actually still in their original spots. No one's gained or lost any positions. PJ O'Leary is up one spot. That put Ryan McCall back one. Sean Hook, he is up one spot, which means he pushed Jimmy Cocker back one spot. And everybody else from the 16th position on back is the same way. Up one, down one, up one, down one, all the way back. So, yeah, there you go. You caught on to that too, huh? Saying, Mal, I get you. Anyhow, let's get ready to go back. Green flag racing, the light bar atop the iRacing pace car is out. So we're going to look for that green flag from Barney here pretty soon. Come on back, get going, and see what we can do here. Yeah, I agree. That chromium finish on a few of these cars look pretty amazing. Jimmy Cocker's another one that's got the same thing. Absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. All right, so let's widen this out and get ready to go here. 32, 20, 72, 42. 42 is very, very strong. The only driver with 2 wins on the season so far. Eliza Bethel, the owner, operator, and lead admin for Shake and Bake, sitting P number 5. She's very, very curious about how her car was going to run tonight, and so far, so good. Leader, first on the loud pedal. We're going back green. Huge jump for the 32 of Hunter Johnson, riding on board right now with that 77 of Tyler Dohar up on the high side. Let's see if we can actually kind of keep up with him from the nose. Looking ahead, you can actually get a little bit better of a feeling of the banking. You see the 64 of Eliza try to get on by, and she's able to do that. But you also heard Tyler get out of the throttle, so great job by him. Another thing Tyler could be doing, keeping it high, wide, and handsome, as the 24 also now passes, and he got a little loose right there to maybe try to save just a little bit. I did hear a little birdie say earlier you might be able to go on making it on just one stop throughout this race if you're able to save fuel. Tyler Dohar is a master fuel saver. So if anybody can get it done, it could be the 77 of Tyler Dohar. Let's move on up with the 64 of Eliza Bethel. As you see, the 24 Raptor Camaro of Sean Hook get on by, and there's a 24 Raptor as well get on by. So you got I'm gonna guess a couple of Raptor teammates in PJ O'Leary and Sean Hook running nose to tail. Go ahead and bring back your scoring pylon, and also go ahead and bring up your track map. That way you can see where everybody's at and how spread out they get. 72 almost making a little bit of contact with the wall. Both Raptor cars going to be able to try to work their way on by, including the 64 of Eliza, and looks like Brody Falliker in that number 1 Hennessy machine going to try to do the same exact thing. If you can keep your car on the bottom here at Dover without destroying the right front tire, you could actually have one hell of a race. But look at PJ O'Leary and Matt O'Brien really starting to work their way through this field. They're getting by quite a few cars. Looks like the only couple that are ahead of him right now is our leader, Hunter Johnson, Brendan Book, and then we get back to these 2 Raptor cars with PJ O'Leary and Sean Hook. Not too bad. Then you got Matt O'Brien in that Cloud 9 number 20. He's actually now fallen back 3 spots, but Sean Hook, he's now up 8 spots. John Honeycutt back here in his Melody Woodworks, he's up 7 spots now. There's quite a few more also, but those are so far the biggest movers. Definitely seems like the track is also more cloud covered than it was before. Let's pull up your weather, show you exactly what these guys are feeling. 69 degree air temp with a 91 degree. Okay, there it is. 91 degree track temp. So the air temp has actually come up a degree, and the track temp has stayed steady. But you can tell by the grayscale on the track that there's a pretty good cloud cover overhead. That's actually going to tighten up the track a little bit, allow more grip. With the sun not on it, the track won't be as slick, and they'll be able to get back in the throttle just a little bit sooner and carry more speed off the corner without the threat of getting loose and looping it around. Good battle right now between Eliza Bethel in that 64 and the 20 of Matt O'Brien. Two are outside. One Hennessy machine almost went up and slapped that outside wall as they continue to battle all through the corner, but it looks like Eliza's going to have the run off the corner all the way down the backstretch and into 3 and 4. Again, good job by Eliza. While down one spot, she was very, very curious in practice as to how her car was going to perform on track. So far, it looks like through practice and qualifying, she's sitting pretty good right now. No change in the top two. Hunter Johnson still leads now by about 2.5 seconds over Brendan Book in his target machine. Those Raptor Nike Air Jordan cars, though, they are not going anywhere. They have caught up to P2, but have not been able to pass him as of yet. Jose Ruiz, that I talked about in practice in the warm up, and talked about him a little bit in qualifying as well. He's now up 4 spots. Started P15, sitting P11 right now, right behind that 31 Virginia Tech Camaro for Jimmy Cocker, with Ryan McCall right behind him. When I say right behind him, we're talking good old 1.5 to 2 seconds, but still definitely within sight. And then you see the 48 of Francis Hamilton. He had a little bit of an issue getting loose in qualifying. Behind him is going to be Tyler Myers in this number 4 Toyota. And how about this number 69 for James Holzer right now? He is up 11 spots in his Chevy Camaro, up to P number 15. Behind him, you see David Houck. Actually, it looks like David Houck is going to go ahead and try to get down to that bottom. Nate Mon in that 22. Then the 25 for Ryan Crooks. That's going to be P18. Tom Flitcroft is going to be P19. And to round out our top 20, we're going to be looking at the 81 for John Osborne. So we saw Sean Hook starting to run down the 42. It looks like we caught up to him just in time. 24 down low. It looks like he's going to be able to complete the pass on the 42, coming off the corner, getting on the throttle. And it looks like this side of the track is back in the sunlight. So pretty soon the track temp over here is going to start to come up. And that will loosen up these cars, especially as the fuel load has started to burn off. So the track temp is going to come up. The fuel load is burning off. The cars are going to get lighter, which means coming up off of those corners, off of 2 and off of 4, there's going to be a little bit more of an issue. But by now, these tires should have equalized. It may not be too big of an issue when it comes down time for green flag pit stops, which should be in about 25 to 30 laps, give or take. Actually, I'd probably say 40 laps because they had that early caution. That should be right around when we see green flag pit stops if we don't get a yellow before then. So far, though, with how spread out that field is getting, and you could see it up there on the track map, cautions are a bit more unlikely because there's really no issues on track. So just saw the 24 catching up to the 39. That means Hunter Johnson has now put the 39 1 lap down. That is going to be Jacob Palmer as the 24 tries to come screaming on by on that low side. Well, 39 actually went up and tagged that outside wall, but was able to hold on to it. 3 wide going to the corner. One great job by him to make sure he had enough room in between. You see the 64 of Bethel come on by, as well as the 50 of Honeycutt. 39 staying low, letting all the lead lap cars go on by, not to be any kind of an issue, and to let the cars on the lead lap race. 39 actually went up and tagged that outside wall, but was able to hold on to it. 3 wide going to the corner. One great job by him to make sure he had enough room in between. You see the 64 of Bethel come on by, as well as the 50 of Honeycutt. 39 staying low, letting all the lead lap cars go on by, not to be any kind of an issue, and to let the cars on the lead lap race. Look, as timing and scoring continues to go, looks like the 39 of Palmer is the only car one lap down, but there are 2 cars actually out of the race, or 2 cars that I'm guessing did not start. And that's going to be the 16 of Dylan Robb and the 61 of Micah Allard. Zim, I'm not quite sure. I did refresh everybody's paint scheme before the race started, but I do know that Trading Paints has had an issue as of late where the paints just were not loading. When I broadcasted a race on Saturday night for the ARC session, they kept on telling me refresh Trading Paints, and it just was not coming up. So there might still be an ongoing issue with Trading Paints. We can actually go on up and catch up with James Holzer right now, sitting in P13 in that 69, battling as the 30 kind of keeping him pinched down on the bottom side. That was Ryan McCall, but good job by both of those guys to get through the corner cleanly. And if I'm Ryan McCall now, I'm gonna try to latch on to the 69, learn where he's fastest, and try to duplicate his time. Obviously up now 14 spots. Holzer knows how to work his way through the field. Back up top, Hunter Johnson in his 32 continues to lead. Sean Hook, he was able to get on by Brendan Book and kind of set sail. PJ O'Leary, that was working his way through the field at the same amount of pace as Sean Hook, doesn't look like he was able to follow through. He's now fallen back a couple of spots from where he was sitting P3, now in P number 5. John Honeycutt and his 72 of Frank Warner. No real battle right there. Eliza Bethel, you see her right behind those guys. Matt O'Brien, Jose Ruiz, they are nose to tail. Behind them is going to be the Virginia Tech machine for Jimmy Cocker. James Holzer, he's right there as well. No immediate battle. Ryan McCall in that 30, nothing doing. Ryan Crooks, he's got track time all to himself right now. Francis Hamilton in this 48 Hennessy machine. No battles anywhere around him. Then you got the 4, the 12, and the double deuce. No immediate battle. Just as I say that, looks like the 12 is going to try to take it low, get on by that Dr. Pepper Toyota, and pull that double deuce right with him. Slide up to the top, allowing the car to scrub less tire and less speed off the corner. Great job by both to get on by the 4 cleanly. Doing a pretty good job, so move both of those guys up one more. Then we got a good battle right here between the 81 and the 21. They're side by side. 37 of Andrew Sanford right behind with Jordan McGraw in that number 34 Sonic the Hedgehog Sega machine. And of course behind them, Brian Pizzichemi with nice little position. 5-car battle for, looks like, P20. Zim, if we get another caution, I will go ahead and refresh my Trading Paints again, just in case. And if it still doesn't pop up, I'm not quite sure what the issue is. I'm seeing a lot of other custom numbers as well as paint schemes on these cars, custom placement. So again, it might just be a Trading Paints issue. Let's get back up to our leader, Hunter Johnson, now with a 3.3 second lead over Sean Hook in his Raptor number 24. Kind of liking this paint scheme. It's very, very clean. It's like a matte black with a fluorescent yellow to it. That looks pretty good. Working lap number 41. No one else has gone down pit road yet to top off. As you see, 150 laps are on tap for tonight. If these guys can truly go 75 laps to make it to halfway. That would be one hell of a feat, and that's a lot of discipline on and off the throttle, on and off the brake, shifting and doing everything. So we'll have to see how that all works out. In fact, I mentioned that Tyler Dohar being very, very good at shifting. Let's actually jump on board with Tyler, see if that's actually what he's doing, and see if we can kind of ride along with him as he gets on and off the throttle. Let's actually jump into the cockpit view with him. So this is where he's going to be hard on a throttle, like you normally would. Going down into the corner, there's no motor sound whatsoever. He's absolutely clutching it. So yeah, that's exactly what I thought would happen. And Tyler Dohar right now sitting back P27. So while he's still on the lead lap, he's going to have the leader bearing down on him here pretty soon. In fact, Dohar is the last car on the lead lap, 22 seconds behind. So that means if we go ahead and pick up with Hunter Johnson, yeah, you see the Tyler Dohar 77 Filter Time Machine car right in front of him. So, I mean, if Dohar goes down a lap and he's still got to save, that's not going to do a whole lot for him. You don't hear the 32 really, getting into the clutch much at all. He might be tapping the brake to set the nose just a smidge, and then getting back on the throttle again. But the more and more Tyler Dohar clutches and really just lets it coast, the more fuel he's able to save, keeping the car just a little bit heavier. He's going to be able to go a little bit longer, but he's also going to go down a lap, no doubt. So if he's able to get on by the 77 here within the next lap or so, that would then put 25 cars on the lead lap, and Moore would be the next car up to be lapped, which is the car right in front of him right now. That's going to be Austin Moore sitting in this Toyota P25. Looking back from him, there you see the battle for this is technically the battle to remain the first car on the lead lap should the caution come out. So you got 4 Toyotas sitting back here. You got Bryant Huntley, Andrew Sanford, Andrew Zappi, and Austin Moore. That's going to be 22nd, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. And this leader is now all over the front end. 45 is going to go high, let the leader go, and now Hunter Johnson has a almost 5-second lead back to Sean Hook in P number 2, Brody Falliker P3, John Honeycutt P4, and Brendan Book going to be P number 5. Now working lap 51, so we're getting closer and closer to that first round of pit stops. It'll be interesting to see who comes on down first. The first few guys that come on down, grab those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods, come on out. They're gonna be a little bit faster, but at the same time, they're gonna really have to watch how much throttle they put into it, because they're gonna be a little bit loose as well. Right now, they're all about it. They're able to get on the throttle a little bit sooner. They can let the car wash up closer to the wall, so they're not scrubbing off too much speed. But when they come down and they check their tire wear, that front right is going to be beat. Go ahead and check in with Ryan Crooks back here in this number 25 EMGG machine, sitting right behind Jose Ruiz, Frank Warner, and Matt O'Brien. All 3 of those spots are actually for position. So far, Ryan Crooks is up 17 spots in his number 25, sitting right there in P10. So I just saw somebody out there saying, yeah, 69, EMGG Racing blasting through the pack. Absolutely. James Holzer in his 69 up to P6. Up 20 spots since the beginning, and Ryan Crooks now up 18 spots as he got by the 72 to take over P9. So now both the MGG cars solidly inside the top 10, and no looking back. Roslyn, I definitely agree with you. Honeycutt, great run for him in his Melody Woodworks number 50 Camaro, up 14 spots. So Honeycutt also he's got a good little rhythm going all the way around Dover. Now sitting in P number 3, displacing Brody Falliker in this number 1 Hennessy Motorsports Camaro. Hennessy Performance Camaro, rather. Looks like 8 car going to go ahead and keep it high, wide, and handsome, allowing the rest of the guys to get on by. But still, Hunter Johnson, a clear 6.5 seconds over John Honeycutt, has now taken over P2, displacing the 24. Looks like 24, he had a great, medium range car. And it looks like John Honeycutt's got a great long range car. That's why John is now up 15 spots. Sean Hook still up 9. Brody Falliker up 5. Brendan Book back 1 from where he qualified. James Holzer up 20. Matt O'Brien back 5. Ryan Crooks now sitting in P8 up 19. Jose Ruiz up 6 spots. And Ryan McCall to round out the top 10, sitting in P10. Tommy Pryor, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Definitely appreciate it. And welcome to Shake and Bake, live from Dover. Definitely appreciate you. This is race number 7 in season number 1 for these guys. They had one early caution due to a stack up on the initial green, but they have been green flag racing ever since here at the Monster Mile, doing a hell of a job. Riding on board with John Honeycutt, he's got P2. We saw the 45 fall a lap down earlier, which means that's going to be Tyler Dohar in the 77 just ahead of him. So good job by those two. And they continue to work their way through the field, now looking backwards from Honeycutt in this Melody Woodworks number 50 Camaro. Great little battle with all these guys. Here is looking back from Holzer. That's that 25 Raptor Camaro in his rear view. Also see the 45 Camry. You see the 42 also up top. Looks like caution number 2 on track. And looks like this is going to have something to do with Nathan Mon. So let's go ahead and find out exactly what happened with Nathan and pick up with him. Very unfortunate. We saw one car go on down, and you can bet everybody now will come on down pit road for those 4 brand new Eagle Feel Goods. Go ahead and fill it up and come on back out. Let's find out what happened with Nathan. So you see him up high, wide, and handsome in that double deuce Sundrop Camaro. Is midway through the corner. Oh, just a little bit. Might have been a little bit of contact. Let's rewind that. It might have, I'm not sure if it was net code or what. Let's stop that and play. Yeah, about 6 inches of net code. So would he have made contact with him? It's absolutely oh! As you see, one more car come on by, make contact. And Sundrop, I'm not quite sure if he's going to have to tow or if he's going to be able to get this thing going. Hopefully he can get it going, though. And nope, take that back. He's going to go ahead and tow it. And do what he's got to do. But yeah, all right, so I'll go ahead and take this moment now to go ahead and refresh my paints. See what happens with that, and we'll go from there. As you see, all the cars now turn that pale white. They'll come on pit road and do their thing. Hunter Johnson on pit road, looking. Let's see if we can look back from him. Looks like he's going to be able to beat the rest of the field off the pit road. It's going to be Hunter Johnson, Andrew Zappi. Actually, it looks like Andrew stayed out, so Hunter Johnson, James Holzer, he's now up 23 spots. Andrew Zappi up 28. I'm going to guess he did. I'm going to guess he did not pit. So James Holzer, Brody Falliker, Brendan Book, Matt O'Brien, Ryan Crooks, Jose Ruiz, John Honeycutt, and Frank Warner. That's going to be your. Those are going to be your top guys. All right, there you see. Okay, so that's why it was showing Andrew Zappi up, like 28 spots from the get-go. He stayed out to lead a lap, and then he's going to come on down pit road. So, hey, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. So that's going to give Hunter Johnson back the lead. Those cars that are in front of him, including the 91 Swag.biz machine for Sean Blanchard, those guys will go ahead and take the wave around, go ahead and get back on the lead lap, but they will not be allowed to pit. So what those guys are hoping for right now is for another quickie yellow, or as Darrell Waltrip used to say, cautions breed cautions, to where they'll be able to go ahead and get back on the lead lap now, and then if another caution should come out, go on down pit road, grab their tires, grab their fuel, and make it the rest of the way. Otherwise, this gamble will not pay off, and they'll go a lap down under pace, which is definitely not something that they want to do. All right, so it looks like Holzer's scheme did not load in. Brody Falliker back here in his Hennessy Performance #1 P3. Brendan Book in his 42 Dr. Pepper Target machine, going to be P4. And Matt O'Brien, a guy that has been very, very quiet about the way that he's been moving in the points. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, from the standings and the tweet that I sent out earlier, I think Matt O'Brien is actually very, very close to the top in points. I'm going to double check that for you right now. Let's see. Yeah, Matt O'Brien's actually sitting with 187 points, and Jimmy Cocker sitting 6 points back in P2. That's going to be driver 31 here in this Virginia Tech machine. So those two guys been very, very consistent throughout the first 6 races, and they've been doing one hell of a great job. Crazy Syrup Guy says, "Hi, what's happening, man? How are you? Welcome." So everybody's back, double file up. We'll see if we have an issue like we had in the very early beginning, where we had a stack up and had a very, very quick caution. Never mind, just found my old NASCAR racing hat. Well, all right, there you go. All right, 32 first on the loud pedal. James Holzer on the bottom. 42 of Brendan Book 2 is outside. Green flag. Leader always has the advantage of the quickest jump, because he's the one that's actually determining when they go. He is the control car for the field, as it looks like the first 8 cars or so, all single file, looking back to the 25, the 23, and the 50. Jose Ruiz and John Honeycutt. This is going to be the first still side-by-side battle with the 64 of Eliza Bethel right behind, wondering which line is going to move. There's Jimmy Cocker right behind, so they're going to figure out who's going to go where. 23 pinching the 50 down, 50 more, or could have been pinching the 23 up. 50 found a spot right between himself and the 64 of Eliza Bethel. Bethel going to cut the 50 a little bit of slack. Now they all go straight file. Tell you what, let's go ahead and actually pick up with Eliza Bethel and run a couple of let's run a couple laps with her around Dover. As you see, she's filling up the rear view mirror for John Honeycutt. Let's see how she gets around this place. Y'all out there in chat, go ahead and turn it up. Never mind, just as I say that, caution number 3 waves. So this is going to help those guys that stayed out when, we saw the 91 of Sean Blanchard, and I believe Austin Moore also that stayed out. This caution's going to have something to do with Frank Warner. So let's go ahead and see if we can't find out what happened with Frank and go from there. So you see Frank Warner in that Crenzer Marine. Looks like he just got a little loose up on the high side. Collected the 34 and able to slide. Keep it straight for the most part. One other guy that was able to get on by did a great job. Even though he was slideways going into Dover turn number 3, he was able to keep it off the outside wall. So a couple of guys did get collected by the 72, but it could have been a whole lot worse. Let's go ahead and bring it back live. So again, that should give the 91 and a few others a chance to go on down pit road and do what they've got to do. For anybody that's out there on YouTube watching, and I apologize for those nasty bot messages. Yeah, they creep up, and it's unfortunately it's not like Twitch where you can just go ahead and right away ban them. But they should be gone for now. So long line of cars, you can imagine everybody's gonna stay out. Just as I say that, the 91 of Sean Blanchard, there you go. So this absolutely helped him. He was able to get the wave around because the leader came down pit road last time. So he's going to go ahead and get a little bit of damage taken care of. He'll come on back out. Tyler Dohar in his 77 Elite Performance Industries Chevy, he's also on pit road. Frank Warner involved in that wreck. He's also on pit road. So a few guys on pit road to go ahead and get things squared away as we're working lap 73. And kind of curious where this there's the pace car. Wondering when it was going to catch up. But that's also another reason why those guys were absolutely crawling. For anybody that joined a little bit late, again, I'll show you the information that we've got for Dover. Dover is a highly banked 1 mile concrete oval, also nicknamed Miles the Monster, here in Dover, Delaware. 69 degree air temperature, now kind of creeping on that track temp. Just a little bit, but 1.02 miles all the way around, sitting right outside of Dover Air Force Base in Dover, Delaware. Very, very slick track. The pits can be somewhat interesting to get out of as well because the entire track is concrete. It's not asphalt. When these tires with no grip get to the surface, they slide by quite a bit. So that is the information that those guys are having to deal with here tonight at Dover. Let's go ahead and clear that away, and we'll bring up our ticker again. So again, it's going to be Hunter Johnson with James Holzer to his inside. Brody Falliker, he's going to be P number 3 on the inside. Matt O'Brien, P number 4 in his number 20, and then Jose Ruiz. Quietly and consistently working his way through the field up to P5. Ryan Crooks in P6.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Looks like the laps were just extended by the admin to allow those that were getting their lap back to catch back up with the end of the field. You see that kind of often on these shorter tracks. While it's not a short track, some say that it races like a short track. It's pretty much a Bristol on steroids. Bristol is out in Tennessee. It's a very, very high-banked half-mile oval. This is a high-banked 1 mile oval. Tommy Pryor says Johnson loves overtaking the pace car. Yeah, it's just something to do when you're leading. And we talked to him earlier, as you see his Twitch channel there, twitch.tv/sendandrage. Well, he didn't seem like he was too ragey earlier when we talked to him, but hey, when all the chips are down, since we're talking about Pocono Downs, you never know. Never know what might come out of one of these drivers. All right, as you can see, the lights on top of the that Ford Fusion / whatever pace car is out there. The lights are off. So again, 32 is going to be the first on the loud pedal. Holtzer's really got to try to guess where he's going to get on it. You just saw the 25 come on up to the back bumper of that Hennessy Performance #1 Camaro, and there we go. Green flag. He's going to be back out. Barney's going to be waving it for all it's worth as they go on by the flag stand. Working lap 77 of 150, now just past halfway. That was the third caution of the night. 32's got some traffic, got some trouble. Holtzer's going to try to look to the inside. Can he get down there? Will the 32 pinch him on down? Nope. Holtzer's going to be able to take that line. Here comes the 32, though, fighting back on the outside. Had to kind of give up the ghost, though. Too much speed coming off that corner will have put him into that outside wall and possibly wrecked both him and Holtzer. New leader, James Holtzer. Looks like there's actually a pretty good battle right now for P #4, Brody Falliker and company, as it looks like caution is going to fly one more time. So far, let's see. Looks like not 100% sure what this caution is for so far. Nothing has popped up as of yet, showing me where the caution is. Let's take a ride a little bit further in the back, see if we can't pick up on somebody. .39 had that damage earlier, so I don't think it's going to be from him. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not getting any information for this caution, so again, not 100% sure. You see some guys coming on down pit road. Others are going to go ahead and stay out. James Holtzer stayed out. Hunter Johnson stayed out. Brody Falliker stayed out. Jose Ruiz now up 11 spots, stayed out. And Ryan Crooks now also inside the top 5, up 22 spots. He also stayed out. So good job by all them. Matter of fact, let's see if we can't actually get a quick word with Mr. Crooks right quick, since he's up so many spots, up 22 spots, just now cracking the top 5. Ryan Crooks did his repeat up in the booth. We see you sitting P5, up 22 spots. That Camaro's looking pretty clean. Your teammate just took the lead on that last restart. do you have what it takes in that EMGG Camaro to work your way up there and ride right along with your teammate, maybe make it a 1-2 when it's all said and done?
Yeah, Holzer's bad fast. I think we do. I just think we need a long green flag run. I don't know. I can't really get it going in the short run, but the long run, I think I started like P24, 25 or something like that. And that first really long green flag run, I think I drove up to like 8th or 9th. And honestly, I just followed Holzer through the field. But seem to be better on long runs. Need to find a little bit of speed on the short run. But definitely if it goes green here for a while, I think we may be close on gas. But I think we'll be looking, or we'll be in a good spot if it goes green. So we'll see.
All right, buddy. And just since we've got an extra second, any quick shout outs for sponsors or anybody else?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Big shout out to the whole EMGG family, racing family. Holzer, my teammate, Zim, Mao, everybody that makes all this stuff possible. Glitch Energy, we just brought them on last week. So, yeah, man, super excited. Happy to be here. And again, just thank you to all EMGG family. And hopefully we'll get one of these cars in Victory Lane later.
Well, Holzer got it done last week. Maybe tonight is your turn. You definitely proved that you've got the car for the long run. Go ahead and get him, Ryan.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and get Ryan Crooks back into his team, and we'll have to see what happens with this Camaro as time goes on. But yeah, now Holzer, he is the control car. He's gonna have full control of when this field goes, just like you saw the 32, and just like the 32, Holzer has decided to take the high side. So he's going to have all kinds of room to really get up there, get racy. He'll be able to spend more time in the throttle and do everything that he's got to try to do to keep the field behind him. Jose Ruiz up 12 spots. He's going to restart P3. Brody Falliker P4. But how about Eliza Bethel in this number 64? IT Defenses, our Daytona sponsor, sitting P number 5. This is a phenomenal run for Eliza. She was hoping that she'd be able to get a top 10 when it was all said and done. If she can go ahead and score her first I believe what would be her first top 5 of the season, sitting here in race number 7 of season 1, I think she might count that just as much as a win. So let's go ahead and clear all this. We'll go ahead and bring our scoring tower on back. Get ready to go. Holzer's going to get down dirty and all over that throttle very, very soon. Here we go. Green flag's out. We were just talking to the 25, Ryan Crooks, as he tries to dive to the inside of the one. One's going to go ahead and give him all kinds of room. One thing you don't want to do at these kind of tracks is give too much room. Like you saw the one do right there. He kind of kept the 25 pinched down, because right there, what that's going to do is give the one the run up off the corner, where if he gave the 25 all that room, he can then go ahead and run up off the corner. As you'll see right here, he's going to let it drift up all the way towards the wall. When he's got the one to his outside, he can't do that, so he can't get in the throttle. Now the 25 is up one more spot, up 23 spots, sitting P4. Jose Ruiz in that 23, sitting P2. Hunter Johnson, which has led the most laps tonight, now stalking that 69 of Holzer for P22. And Holzer just ran the fastest lap of the race so far, 22:93. He's doing Holzer things. Hunter Johnson in his tire tracks. Actually, just now he put up the fastest lap. 22:91 to a 22:95. These guys are going to trade back and forth. There is a little bit of an aero tendency to Dover. You can get cautions out. Looks like Philip Bridgman, a little bit further in the back, is going to have a problem. He is sitting in P29. Let's go ahead and switch this up. Go on back to Philip Bridgman. Find out what happened that brought out the 5th caution of the night so far here on lap 88. All right, so you see the 26 down on the bottom side. coming up on the 21, had to check up, tried to get back in the throttle, and unfortunately with these cars and the rack and pinion steering, if you try to save these things, in most cases, it's going to snap on you. Hitting that, getting into that reverse gear, and then coming on up one more time. Let's actually see if we can get a look at the front of this thing, and see what it's looking like. So far, it doesn't look too bad though. All right, let's go back up, as it looks like quite a few people are gonna pit. Brody Falliker sitting P13. Well, it said that he was. Yeah, okay, so yeah, he is coming down pit road. Let's go ahead and bring it back live so y'all can see it as it happens in real time. So Frank Warner in this number 72 from P15, he brought everybody that was behind him down pit road. All these guys are on pit road, including the 24. Well, it says 24 on there. It's actually the 00 for Sean Hook out there on the scoring pylon. But all those guys came on down pit road, so they're going to have brand new tires. Whereas Holzer and Johnson, Crooks, and others, they're really going to have to watch what they've got as the race goes on. All right, so I can't get a hold of Holzer, unfortunately. So we see Jose Ruiz sitting right here in P number 4. Let's see if maybe we can get a quick word in with Jose. Let's see if we can see if we can find him right quick. Yep, he's sitting down there in Team FTR. Jose Ruiz, driver of this number 23 Money Lion Toyota. Jose, buddy, it's good to see you out there. Looks like so far you're up 11 spots, sitting P4, quietly working your way through the field. Ryan Crooks, James Holzer, and Hunter Johnson have seemed to either advance a lot through the field right along with you, or be able to hold on to it once they got there. Is that going to be the story for this Money Lion 23?
We're definitely going to try. I'm clearly not as fast as the top 4, but we're going to try to stay up here, see what happens. Hopefully not wreck like I almost just did that last lap. I let somebody by, and the car wanted to spin out on me, so try not to do that, but hopefully we're going to keep a good finish here.
Well, through any races that I've ever watched you with, going back to console, here on iRacing or wherever, you're great on the long run. Hopefully we can go, what would it be, 59 laps here to the end. I'm pretty sure you guys can make that on fuel easily. If that's the case, buddy, go get them. You know I'm always pulling for you.
Definitely going to try. Thanks, Pete.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and get Jose Ruiz back to his Team FTR teammates. That way they can talk strategy, do what they got to do, and get ready to wrap up this race. And yeah, there it is. All right, so again, that was Jose Ruiz. Some of the guys and gals out there in chat, that is Jose 720. From back in the day. He was actually a Pro League driver in Season 2 for Levine Family Racing, once the one and only HD Motorsports, or Nick Vroman, or Vroom Vroom Vroman on Twitch, retired. And we're about ready to get back up, get going one more time. Let's see if we can go these last 59 laps all green. All right, green flag back in the air again. Holzer first on the throttle. Hunter Johnson right behind him. Jose Ruiz up high. That's going to put Ryan Crooks and him in a good side-by-side battle. Side-by-side battle, no more. Move Crooks up to P number 3. And it looks like we're going to stay green. Lap number 92. The top 6 very spread out, as well as the next 4 cars behind them, all single file. You kind of see why I call this place a roller coaster out there on Twitter. It really is. You see him coming up off of turn 4, climbing the hill, going across the start stripe, turning down into turn number 1. That banking really keeping him planted to the track. That's where you can really get on the throttle. You have to watch how loose the car gets coming up off the corner, because you are going uphill. The rear end of the car will get a little light, and you have to kind of maintain. Oh, I thought Holzer was going to get a little loose there, right there. Yeah, no, he's just driving the hell out of that 69. In fact, you know what, let's go on board with Holzer. Holzer has the most steering wheel movement I've seen out of most people ever. I mean, the man knows how to wheel these things. Let's jump on board with him. Came across the start stripe, start lap number 96. And you'll see what I mean coming off the corner. Oh, that car is actually handling very, very well for Holzer. It's not dancing around for him at all. He's able to get into the throttle and really keep it. No big issues. Man, with a car like that, this is going to be a great finish for Holzer if it stays like that. The short run is one thing. Long run is something completely different. So we'll have to check in with him a little bit later. But how about his teammate, Ryan Crooks, back here in P number 3? You see Hunter Johnson right ahead of him, right in the tire tracks of Holzer. And those two guys continue to battle it out. Johnson has led most laps tonight. Holzer's taking the lead. But you can bet when push comes to shove a little bit later on, Johnson's going to try to take that back, whether it's by a little bit of bumper music or what, I don't know. We'll have to see, kind of like what we saw yesterday between Joey Logano and William Byron. Not going to try to wreck him, just going to try to rattle his cage, as Dale Earnhardt once said. Let's try to pick up on a battle a little bit further back. How about a battle between the 45 and the 48? 45 is back on the lead lap with those back-to-back cautions. You see the 31 Virginia Tech machine for Jimmy Cocker right there, sitting in P number 10, up one spot from where he qualified. Right ahead of him, though, Austin Moore. Not only did he get his lap back, but he's now up 24 spots. So those cautions really worked out very well for Austin Moore. He might have been trying to go the distance on just one stop. Pit on lap 75, come on out lap 76, and just go the rest of the way if they went green flag racing. Unfortunately, green flag racing wasn't completely in the in the plans for tonight, as a good little side-by-side battle here between the 31 and 45. Let's keep on going back through the field a little bit. Francis Hamilton in this number 48, now sitting P11, up 8 spots. John Osborne in this number 81. He got into the corner a little high, so the 28's going to try to get under his left rear quarter panel, pull side by side across the line. Lap 103, now up and going. And further in the back, you got the 42 of Brendan Book, down 10 spots. Very, very uncharacteristic of Brendan. Might have a little bit of an issue. Tyler Dohar, he's got some left side damage as well. Ryan McCall in that number 30. He's down 9 spots. Sean Hook. Whoa, Sean Hook up into the outside wall, coming across the line, spinning. Completely lost the front clip. Didn't collect anybody else, and one more time into the wall. Able to still keep it going, though. Lost the front clip. 17 was on pit road and coming on down, unless that was an evasive maneuver by him. Let's go ahead and actually back that up with the 24 and see exactly how all that happened. See how that whole thing transpired. All right, we'll go ahead and play it from here. You see him come up off the corner. Yep, right in that spot where you heard him stab the gas like he thought he was comfortable, but that wall just came up a little too early, and that was all she wrote. So both him and the 48, I think it was the 48, really moving through the field earlier, and looks like Mr. Cocker ended up with some damage. So did the 8 car. Definitely smoking a bit, so he's got some engine damage with how hard he hit that inside wall. No doubt at all. All right, so you see him there on pit road. Hunter Johnson also on pit road. So most of your leaders on pit road for what could be that last stop. We'll have to see if we go green from here. They can definitely go the distance on tires and on fuel from here as we're looking on board with Eliza Bethel. See where she comes off pit road. Might have took just an extra second to come on out, or maybe her spotter Marty Hensley might have told her to wait just 1 second. But now everybody should be good to go. Eliza's gonna come on out pit road in P number 9. So you hear Holzer cutting out the motor. So he figures that he's got to save just a little bit in order to make it. Ryan Crooks in his number 25. He's going to be P number 2. Jose Ruiz, P3. Matt O'Brien, our points leader in this 20, sitting P4. John Honeycutt in this number 50 Melody Woodworks machine, P number 5. So we talked to Crooks. We talked to Jose. Let's see if we can find Mr. O'Brien maybe and have a quick word with him. All right, he's over there in Nitro. Matt O'Brien, it's repeat up in the booth, buddy. I tell you what, you've been pretty consistent, leading the points right now in the first season for Shake and Bake. Race number 7 from Dover, sitting P number 4, only down 2 spots, so you pretty much stayed inside the top 5 all night long. Can you get up there and battle it up with Holzer?
Personally, I don't think so. I'm struggling pretty hard with how the car is, so I'm just trying to get what I can get at this point.
Well, okay, so saying that, what do you think this 20 Cloud 9 machine has in it? Do you think you're kind of sitting at the best you may be able to get? Or if there's a late race caution, is it all out full send and try to take what you can get?
I think I can get past the 23, but that's it. I know there's some faster guys behind me, so third would be pretty good.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll go ahead and I'll get you back with your Nitro Motorsports teammates. Good luck as always, sir. You've been consistent all season long. I don't see any reason to stop tonight. Good luck.
Thank you.
You got it. All right, blinking out just a little bit. We're going to go ahead and switch on over to John Honeycutt in that Melody Woodworks machine and get ready to go back green here as soon as possible. Yeah, I see you out there, Tommy Pryor, saying EMGG taking first and second from the outside. Top 25, good Lord. Yeah, both of them up 25 spots from where they started. This is going to be one hell of a battle. Yo, Zim out there last week, he said Crooks, he always gets there right when he needs to be. He wasn't lying. Crooks feels that he needs to be here with under 50 laps to go. Now 42 laps to go. We saw Holzer saving fuel. Is that going to be the way of it, or was he just saving a little bit in case we have a green-white checker a little bit later on? 69 first, hard on that throttle, 20 to the outside of the 25. I have no doubt from what he just said, he's going to cut him some slack. There he is. No sense in battling right now when you know you need to be there at the end. Jose Ruiz sitting P number 4, still up 11 spots. Honeycutt right behind him. Tom Flitcroft now up 15 spots in his number 12, sitting P6. 48, Francis Hamilton in that Hennessy Performance machine, sitting P6, up 7 spots, sitting P12. So all kinds of battles going on back here. Still Eliza in this 64 with the 42 of Brendan Book right behind her. The 30 of Ryan McCall sitting in P10 to round out that top 10 with that ROK Straps Shaboom machine on the side. Ladies and gents, next week is the All-Star Race for Shake and Bake, and we're bringing it back to Las Vegas. We're going to the Coliseum. The short track that was repaved for the Clash this year for the real-life NASCAR Next-Gen Cup cars. We're going there next week. If we have 40 cars on track for that, you're going to be in for one hell of a show. Looks like Frank Warner and John Osborne, right along with Philip Bridgman, are going to be people of interest for this one. So let's go back with Frank Warner right now. All right, so you see the 72 coming across the start stripe, going to dive it on down, and they're actually going to collect the 81. Nothing he could have done about that. I believe that was John Osborne, so let's go back and find out what happened there with the 81. So, all right, 81 might have had a little bit of help from the 32. Let's actually jump on board with the 32 of Hunter Johnson, and we'll go ahead and play this back. And we'll also jump on up to his nose. A little bit faster, please. All right, and play it from here. So you see the 81 to his outside. Nope, he was definitely inside that left rear. So very unfortunate. Just different parts of throttle points where they're letting off to get into the corner. Very unfortunate, but that is unfortunately something that happens here at Dover. Different racing lines and different speeds getting in. Some tapping the brakes to go ahead and get to the corners. Others just letting the car roll. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back live. All right, see if we can't get a word in with the one and only John Honeycutt. You see the pace car up there. All right, let's see. I know that he's going to be in Team FTR. For anybody that doesn't know, that's Team Frozen Toes Racing. Let's go ahead and bring him up to the booth. John Honeycutt, driver of the 50 in this Melody Woodworks Camaro. John, right now you're up 12 spots, sitting P5. Just kind of working your way through the field. You've been very strong. Also, Eliza been very strong as well. Some at times sitting between P5 and P10. Do you have anything to get up there, or did you need the long run to try to do something with Holzer, Crooks, O'Brien, and Ruiz?
Oh man, Pete, it felt really good at the beginning of the race for whatever reason. Maybe the temperature, or maybe the sun was out a little bit more. I don't know. It was just the car felt really good going through the field, but now it's like I can't even trust this thing to get on the gas, to get off the corners. I feel very loose. Throttle responses, it's been loose. I just barely touched the throttle coming off the corners. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think longer run I feel a little bit more comfortable, but yeah, if we could maybe get this thing to stay green, maybe we may have a shot at those guys. Maybe.
Well, buddy, I definitely wish you a whole lot of luck. I'm guessing maybe it might be the difference because we started this race where the entire track was covered in the sunlight. Now, the clouds have moved in, kind of changed the track surface. Now a little bit cooler, and it might just be what's causing the difference between qualifying and practice now with under 50 laps to go. But as always, I wish you all kinds of luck, John. Go on up there and get him, man.
Try, Pete. Thanks, man.
You got it. All right, let's go ahead and get Mr. Honeycutt back to Team Frozen Toes Racing and widen this back out as you see everybody getting stacked back up 2 by 2. Tom Flitcroft, P number 6. Francis Hamilton, P7. Brendan Book in P8. Eliza Bethel, P9. And Ryan McCall, P number 10. Everybody out there doing a phenomenal job. I definitely want to thank everybody that's come out, hung out, chatted up, kept me company all race long. I definitely appreciate all the support from the entire EMGG family. As Mr. Crooks said earlier, it's been a fun ride these last 3 weeks or so. With this being the 7th caution, not too many cars are left trapped 1 lap down or more. 21 cars sitting on the lead lap, 2 cars 1 or more laps down, several cars out of the race due to damage. Looks like Holter got a monstrous start right there. Wasn't even able to relay to his teammate when he was going to get on the throttle. So Crooks and Jose Ruiz were kind of battling it out door to door there. Now they're all single file, going all the way back behind even the 21. Looks like 32, 34, the 1. We're gonna have to go back even a little bit further to find the first cars side by side. Looks like it's going to be this 4 of Tyler Myers and the 37 of Andrew Sanford, as even they're going to be able to go single file. Now let's go on up to about Hunter Johnson. That's going to be the 12 of Tom Flitcroft, and the 48's going to go ahead and pancake that wall. That's going to give the 64 of Eliza Bethel a little bit of a run. 48's going to be stuck to the outside. Tom Flitcroft's going to wash up just a little bit, make the 48 check up. 48 was kind of pinching him down. Where does Eliza go? She's going to go low. She's going to try to follow Tom through. This is one of those tracks where if you get a run on the high side, hold it down, Eliza. Hold it down. There you go. 32 able to hold it on up, keeping the position. And now she's found a hole between the 32 and the 30. 12 continues to keep it pinched on the bottom. .64 with a big run off the back end of the 12. Is she going to be able to take it? Not right there. No, she's not. Let's actually go on up and pick up her dash or her overhead cam as she tries to battle on by. That was not Eliza. There's Eliza. All right, so you're looking on board with her IT Defense's roof cam running with the 12. And going to be right behind her, a little bit of a gap, and it looks like Brian Pizzicami's got the 34 of Jordan McGraw to the outside. 24 is going to try to make up a few more spots. He's very, very fast in the get-go. He's very fast on new tires as Pizzicami now works underneath the 21 as well. Let's go on back up with Holzer looking backwards. There you see Ryan Crooks, Jose Ruiz now in P number 3, John Honeycutt P4, Matt O'Brien P number 5, Hunter Johnson, who's led the most laps tonight, sitting back in P number 7, down 6 spots. Something must have happened with him. Frank Warner out there saying tough break for the 72 team. Had a fast car, just some bad luck. Great job in the booth as always. Repeat. Thank you very much, Mr. Warner. I appreciate everything that you do to help the show week in and week out. If I don't get a chance to talk to you between now and next week at the Coliseum, good luck, sir. Coliseum is going to be a blast. Coliseum race is going to be sponsored by none other than the swag.biz, Sean Blanchard's company. Guys and gals, go on over to swag.biz. And their logo is literally custom friggin' anything. They can customize any kind of an item that you send them. and they absolutely appreciate the business. I got a brand new mouse pad with one of my paint schemes on them. My team logo, Patriot Esports, being a veteran of the United States Air Force, and as well as the Frozen Toes logo on it, my Misguided Airman logo. So he does a phenomenal job on any kind of an item that you can send him. Please go on over. Again, it's swag.biz, and man, he does phenomenal work, and I'm not just saying that. But of course, we got to show a little bit of love to our title sponsor as well, ROK Straps. I'll try to pull up their info here in just a moment. Not quite sure what happened there. All right, anyway. Okay, anyway, sorry about that. I got a message pop up on my screen and wasn't quite sure where it came from. Yeah, Jesus says Battle of the MGG's better than the Battle of Winter. Ah, a Game of Thrones fan out there, huh? All right, I see you. All right, so yeah, Holzer still continues to lead by 7/10 over Ryan Crooks. Jose Ruiz, who does a phenomenal job on the long run each and every week, right now sitting P3. John Honeycutt, that we talked to, sitting P4, a little bit further behind. Hunter Johnson trying to work his way back up in his 32 machine. Again, he did lead most laps, right now sitting in P5. I don't think he's going to have enough time to get on up here and try to battle his way back in, but we'll have to see. All right, 17 laps to go. Our top five really pretty staying pretty consistent between each other. Matt O'Brien in that number 20 Cloud9 machine, solidly sitting in P number 6. Does have Brendan Book a little bit further behind, but he has a lap car between them. So I think the only place that he can go is up. Doesn't have to worry about the car coming behind him because if he gains any speed, it's actually not a spot for position. And just as I say that, Brendan Book works his way on by and going to try to get a little bit closer to that 20 for Matt O'Brien. Brian Pizzacchemi up 23 spots, sitting in P number 8. Tom Flickroft up 12 spots, being P9, and Eliza Bethel right now sitting in P number 10 in her IT Defenses number 64 Camaro. Ryan Crooks right now, nothing for Holzer. Still, he was 7/10 behind, now 9/10 behind. So no real gains, couple tenths lost. It looks like Holzer is actually better getting into the corner than Crooks is, but Crooks is able to pretty much hold serve coming off of the corner, staying at just about or just under that 1 second bracket. Jose Ruiz now 3 seconds back, nothing doing for the top two. John Honeycutt P4, Hunter Johnson P5. Again, not much has changed there. Let's go back through as we're working 12 laps to go. See, just like a second ago, it felt like I said there were 17 to go. That's how fast these guys are making these laps click off, doing them in 22 to 23 seconds per lap. little bit of a battle here between the 34 of Jordan McGraw and Tyler Dohar. Tyler Dohar in that number 77 Elite Performance machine, and the 34 Sega Sonic the Hedgehog car for Jordan McGraw. Sean Blanchard, he's going to round out the top 15 in his swag.biz machine. Again, you're definitely going to want to go on over swag.biz, and if you've got anything you need customized, look him up. I promise you, it's worth the time, it's worth the effort, and you're gonna appreciate the way your merchandise comes back. I just mentioned that battle between Tyler Dohar and Jordan McGraw. It looks like Jordan, he's got the low line, but Tyler Dohar may have the run on the high side. Nope, had to check up. Jordan McGraw not quite clear. Not quite clear all the way down. Now he's clear going into the corner. He should have the corner exit coming up and off. Behind them, nothing. In front of these guys, not much of a battle there. Brian Pizzichemi, not much of a battle with those guys. Eliza Bethel, not much between her and Tom Flitcroft. So the front, again, very, very spread out. I'll actually go ahead and pull up the track map for you again, show you exactly where everybody's at. Cars covering just about the entire surface of this 1 mile concrete canyon. Seven laps to go. No challenge whatsoever to Holzer or to Ryan Crooks. Hunter Johnson now taking over P3 from Jose Ruiz. It's only fitting, rather, I should say. Hunter did lead most of the laps, or most of the early laps. It'll be interesting to see how the most laps led category changes when it's all said and done. I think the 32 led up until the first caution, which was right about lap 80, and I think Holzer may have led. Ooh, it's gonna be very, very close if Holzer actually grabs most laps tonight, as they continue to work their way through. Hunter Johnson having to dive under a lap car, try to keep it going. Next car he's going to have to try to work around. It's going to be the 24. 24 again, no nose clip on that machine, so 32 a whole lot faster. No challenge there whatsoever. You saw him pull up behind him for just a moment, just to grab a little bit of draft, and then dive that 32 Bass Pro machine down into the corner, and then come on back up again. But no challenge whatsoever for Holzer or Crooks. Those two still the top two. Hunter Johnson 3 seconds behind. Jose Ruiz sitting P4. John Honeycutt P5. So Hunter Johnson's been on the move here as of late, but I just don't think he's got the time. Now this could be interesting, folks. Looking at Holzer, you see these lap cars that he's going to have to contend with here pretty soon. Actually, nope. Never mind. All that just went out the window. No issue whatsoever. I thought I saw a car or two in front of them. Maybe they pulled off camera. Not 100% sure. But Ryan Crooks now 1.5 seconds behind. 2 laps remaining. White flag's out. White flag is out. Barney puts it out into turns 1 and 2. No issue. All Holzer's got to do is really just hit his marks. No concerns whatsoever in this 69 Camaro. And Holzer's going to be able to go ahead and get it done. Going through turns 3 and 4. Coming up out of the hill for the last time. Cross the start stripe. Holzer knocks it down for this win. And man, he kept Miles the Monster hungry. Ryan Crooks in P number 2. No challenge from Hunter Johnson whatsoever. Hunter Johnson P3. Jose Ruiz P4. John Honeycutt is going to be P number 5. Matt O'Brien P6. Brendan Book P7. Brian Pizzichemi P8. Tom Flitcroft P9. And Eliza Bethel brings it home in P10. Congratulations, Eliza. Let's bring it on up with old Holzer celebrating in great style. It's hard to get it done here at Dover, but man, when you got a driver with the caliber of Holzer, oh man, that was harsh. When you got a driver with the caliber of Holzer, anything is absolutely possible. You see the front end of that Camaro, definitely smoking. Let's see if he's actually able to do his victory lap, or maybe nope. He just decided to go ahead and park it on the start stripe. And let's go ahead and clear this and actually show you your. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted at all. Let's actually clear that and go ahead and show you your full results. All right, so here we go. So again, James Holzer brings it across the line. P number 1, Ryan Crooks, his EMGG teammate, P2. Hunter Johnson, P3. Jose Ruiz brings it home, P4. Great job by him. John Honeycutt brings it home, P5. We talked to him during the last caution, and yeah, he's able to hold serve right there to round out the top 5. Matt O'Brien, P6. Brendan Book in his number 42, P7. Brian Pizzakemi, P8. Tom Flitcroft, Tom Flitty, old P9 in his number 12. P10 is going to be Eliza Bethel. Again, great job by her in her 64 IT Defenses Camaro. Brody Falker, P11. P12, Francis Hamilton. P13 is going to be Jordan McGraw in his Sega Camaro. Tyler Dohar bringing it across the line, P14 in his number 77. P15 is going to be Sean Blanchard in that Swag.biz Camaro, that number 91. And then we got in P16 is going to be Tyler Myers. P17, Tyler Hauk. Andrew Sanford, P18. Looks like P19 is going to be Ryan McCall. Let's see if we can't get through the rest here. There we go. Yeah, Brian Huntley, P20. Philip Bridgman, P21. Oscar Henson, Jacob Palmer, Sean Hook, Jimmy Cocker, Andrew Zappi, Joshua Small, PJ O'Leary, John Osborne. Then we got Maurice Burnett, Frank Warner, Austin Moore, Nathan Mon, Micah Allard, and Dylan Robb. Unfortunately, those two guys a full 150 laps down, unable to start the race. So that is that's your full finishing order. Let's go ahead and I'll bring up the scoring tower one more time. So as I wait for the top guys to work their way into the booth, we can get ready for that for top 3 interviews. All right, guys and gals, I will be right back again with our top 3. Please don't nobody go nowhere. We're gonna try to share this stream love with another stream as soon as we are done. I'll be right back. All right, guys and gals, we are back with our top three. Going to kick it off first with that number 32. I tell you what, Hunter, you led a huge part of the laps in the very, very beginning. It's going to be interesting to see when it's all said and done who comes across with most laps led between you and Holzer. I personally think it's probably going to be very, very close to a tie, if not right on the number. But congratulations, you started on pole, finished P3. It's going to be a great points night for you. What happened to you to where you fell back? Was it just leaving the pits? Did you have to adjust there? Or walk us through your race and why you had to come back through the field?
During the pit stop, kind of turned in a little late and got an unsafe pit entrance, so I had to go all the way to the tail end of the field. So that made it interesting to drive from the back with 50 laps all the way to the front, especially with it being green for majority of the run. So I was still kind of shocked that I drove through the field.
Yeah, the first caution came out pretty quick when the top line really stacked up. I think I told you that during when I pulled you into the booth, and you were able to maintain the top spot. You did a great job managing the field. Getting by the first few cars that you lapped. And I was looking at you about P6 with about 25 to go, and then I'm starting to slowly see you crawl back into the top three. If we had one more caution, green, white checker, inside 10 to go, do you think it would have been one hell of a battle between you, Crooks, and Holzer, or do you think the top two still would have prevailed?
Oh, I think it would have been a great battle. All three of us would have gave it as hard as we can, ran each other as clean as we could, and it would have been a really great race for the end of it. I think it would have been real interesting and fun to have.
Well, congratulations again on this top three, on this podium spot, Mr. Johnson. Any quick shout-outs, sponsors, family, anybody else you want to get out there?
Big thanks to Output Racing team. They do pretty good week in and week out. Nice job for my teammate Brian getting a top 10 once again. Running a nice throwback Darlington paint scheme, so it looked pretty cool. Got Air Jordan Nike on the car, so we'll see what happens next week.
There you go. Congratulations one more time. All right, we're going to move up to car 25, up 25 spots on the race overall. Driver 25, Ryan Crooks. Buddy, you worked your way through the field masterfully. I mean, it just seemed like as I watched the running order, and trust me, the EMGG guys out there in chat, they were making me aware if I didn't see it on the scoring pylon. Once both you and Holzer were both solidly inside the top 10, I think somebody's message was coming for it. And that was it. So, man, great job working your way through inside the top 10 in points, inside this top 5. It now seems almost week after week, if it wasn't for the bad luck you had a couple weeks ago. Talk us through your race. What was it like working through all that traffic?
Yes, coming out of 4, I think during qualifying, I spun out, and that killed my qualifying session because I didn't have any more time left. So I had to start in the back. Holter started, I think, 26. I started 27th. So I got by him like on the first restart, on the first, I think the first couple of laps. I got by him. I led the way for a little bit. And then he got by me, and then literally I followed him up through the field. I think he ended up driving up to like 5th or 6th before the really long caution on the long green flag run. I think I made it to like 8th or 9th, and then after that, I mean, I had great pace. I felt a lot better on the long run. I just did an awful job though with my right front on the last run. I was trying to give it everything I had to get to him, and man, he's just so fast. But overall, it was a great run. I think we came in today P3 in points, so. Yep. Should definitely hold up there. If not, maybe gain a spot going into next week. I think next week's the All-Star race at the Coliseum, which should be a blast. So, yeah, man, just overall good run for us.
Man, I tell you, that was a phenomenal run. I want to say it was either Zim or somebody with EMGG. I don't know if it was during a stream or if it was on Twitter or something like that. He mentioned you were a guy that's always there when you've got to get it done. You seem to get to a point in a race where all of a sudden it's like your throttle has just that extra notch where you're able to go. congratulations, man. Any quick shout outs for sponsors, team, family, anybody else?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just thank you to EMGG, Zim, Mao, everybody that watches and supports us. And gives us these awesome looking race cars. Glad to bring home a 1-2 finally. I thought we had it last week, got in trouble, but shout out to Bates, Baby in the chat, everybody else that supports. And looking forward to next week at the All-Star race. Maybe we can bring one home in LA, baby.
Maybe brand new paved track, only ran for the Clash. It's gonna be interesting. If we've got another 35 cars out there on track, I'm hoping we can just put that yellow aside, see a whole lot of beating and banging, and just have a great time. Like disable yellows in iRacing.
You will definitely see it. It'll be a blast. Yeah, you'll definitely see some beating and banging.
All right, buddy. Congratulations again.
Thank you, man.
All right. Well, I guess it wouldn't be a team affair if we weren't talking to Holzer. Also up 25 spots in that 69 Camaro. Holzer, you kind of showed up to practice a little bit later. I know your work schedule is kind of is what it is. You come on in, but you definitely put in the practice before race night to see what the track is going to be like. I know you and Tom, Eliza, Honeycutt, and a few others. You log a lot of laps prior to Monday night. Same thing as I just asked Crooks. What was it like with your pace working through the field, trying to get closer and closer to that top spot to where you had nothing but clean air on that hood?
Yeah, my race was a little bit different than Crooks's. Kind of a little bit of a different strategy throughout the week this week. I've been having some wheel issues, been trying to iron those out, and it's a little more manageable than what it was, but we still got something going on. But I was just really trying to mind my P's and Q's at the beginning, and that's why I just kind of came in and topped off on fuel. I wanted to be at the back in case something happened, and really didn't want to impact anybody else's race. But once I figured out I wasn't going to do anything crazy, I just kind of started to turn up the heat a little bit, and just really was trying to run smooth and keep the right front on it. And nonetheless, we were able to get up through the field. I really think Hunter Johnson was the car to beat tonight. He kind of screwed himself there on pit road. Not really sure what happened, but he had really good short run speed, and I don't know that I had the short run speed that he did, and he was still able to carry a lot of speed on that long run whenever we were green there for a good period of time, because I wasn't really gaining on him, maybe a half a tenth every couple laps, which obviously wasn't going to be enough. But just kind of made our way through, and then the one restart, we were able to have a phenomenal restart and get below Hunter there and take the lead, and then just kind of take control from there.
Well, man, phenomenal job again. I know I probably sound like a broken record between here and East Park and everywhere else that I've been able to call your races going back to console. Congratulations, James. You know I'm a big fan of yours. Way to get it done here again at the Monster Mile. You kept Miles the Monster hungry all race long. Any quick sponsors, family shout outs? What you got?
Yeah, shout out to Eliza and Honeycutt and everybody that puts on Shake and Bake. It's been a really good series so far. This race went a lot better than I expected, and I think everybody can kind of say the same after the way last week went. Once it got strung out, I kind of knew it was going to go green just because, it gets really, like I kind of just said, strung out, and it's really hard to have a caution unless if it's a self-spin or something like that, or a lap car miscommunication. But yeah, shout out to you also as well, Pete, for putting on these broadcasts week in and week out. I'm sure you appreciate all the love from everybody in the chat. Same thing as Crooks. Shout out to EMGG and everybody that supports. Shout out to ROK Motorsports. It's also in the car and Laurel Auto Group.
There you go. All right, guys and gals out there in chat, you heard Hunter Johnson, Ryan Crooks, and I'm sure Holzer would agree. Next week's non-points race at the Coliseum in Los Angeles is going to be phenomenal. I mean, this track, it's not even a half mile around. Very, very flat. Just paved, 8 months ago for the Clash. What was normally held at Daytona was held there. They had a big show from Pitbull and a bunch of others. So definitely going to be a race to watch. And if we have another 35 cars for that race, it's going to be a spectacle, and I'm hoping maybe I even try to pull somebody into the booth with me to help me call that race, because my voice right now is a little tempered, I could just imagine what it's going to be there next week as we head to the Coliseum. So again, big thank you to everybody that's come out, hung out, chatted up, kept me company all race long, all season long so far. Always all kinds of fun, and I definitely appreciate every single one of you. I said that I wanted to try and see if a buddy of mine was still streaming, and I think you know what? Traction has been showing us a lot of love on Thursday nights with our Indie series. What do you say we go hit up Traction, see what they're doing over on Gran Turismo 7, and show them some love? So I definitely appreciate it, again, everybody, and we will see you on Thursday night live from the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course right around 8:15 over on the channel we're about to raid, Traction. Take it easy, everybody.